back to another episode of Raving and Reviewing. My name is R, and this is my co-host V.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Today we are currently struggling to get Spider-Man No Way Home tickets for the last 45 minutes.
I am in line for more than an hour, it says. So we're waiting.
Wait, I got in, and I got to the seats selection. I picked tickets, and it just crashed. And it's like, come on.
I know. It let me pick it too, but then it didn't let me move forward.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, I'm sure there's so much hype for Spider-Man that
I know.
I get
Everyone's
it. And it's like this. It's like it's strange because I remember Endgame. I got tickets in the morning, like 8:30 in the morning, and this is like
I'm
a midnight.
guessing by then at 12 o'clock, people had already done what we're doing now. So because we're recording right now, it's 12:46 at night.
And it released at 12.
Yeah.
And
maybe
only like
tomorrow morning.
There was only 10 seats about that were booked when it let me in, which is
in Endgame.
No, for this Spider-Man, I saw the seat list, and there's only about
maybe
10
everybody's
people
just in a queue.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's
Everyone
like tickets for everyone
waiting.
everywhere in the world right now, so it's not just our theater in our time.
It's everyone.
But besides that, we are here to review Hawkeye, Marvel's new Disney Plus show, and they released for Thanksgiving weekend episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was shocked by the length and by the fact that they released both of them.
Yeah, they've had fixed both. They fixed both of our complaints with all the other shows. Longer episodes and more. Because
they had to create new complaints, so they had to fix the old ones.
Yeah, so the episode titles are Never Meet Your Heroes and Hide and Seek. And I guess the episodes blend together since I watched them together. I don't think we're going to review them separately. It's just going to be like a combined.
No. The only thing I'll say is I remember enjoying the first one more than the second one. I think the second one dragged on a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I fell asleep. And it was 4 in the afternoon. I did rewatch from the middle of the episode to the end again. But no, I think the episodes overall are good. I think they're not strong. Like the trailer was like a crazy, like very solid episode. Did you freeze? Shit.
You're muted.
It failed. It's still recording.
Yeah, no, it's still recording. It's saying.
So let's continue. And just cut that middle part.
Yeah, you can cut the middle part. You can just say, okay, hold on. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, guys, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We're gonna continue the episode here.
Yeah. So
the listening experience is gonna get messed up.
We can stitch it together. I think overall the episode was fine, and I think like the trailer was such a good first trailer with that Christmassy holiday themed. And then this was kind of bland overall. Like it was not. There was nothing here that was like got me hyped to watch more.
Yeah, I think we talked a lot about like overall story versus story within the show. Because we're always looking for Easter eggs and seeing where Marvel is going to take this into the bigger universe.
Yeah.
And then we also discussed like just the episodic or that series-based story. And I think for this, that part is quite weak. I think the main thing is that uncle, Kate Bishop's uncle or step uncle or whoever is murdered, and it's starting to look like yes. So it's starting to look like that's going to be the main concentration of like at least the series arc is going to be figuring out what happened there. Or
yes, I think there is a bit of, I guess, something new that we haven't seen, similar with Shang-Chi, that we don't really know anything about Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
I've never read anything. I've never seen her in anything. So it's like a completely new character. I mean, Hawkeye, like I don't know much about Hawkeye's story.
Yeah.
So this is actually fresh for us, but at the same time, it seems like it's stuff I've seen before. But I do like Kate Bishop, like this Haley Seinfeld character so far in the 2 episodes.
Yeah. You know what? I thought, it's going to be a teenage girl. It kind of took me
22.
back to like The Punisher season 2. Well, 22 teenage, really not that big of a difference.
That's
But
what Hawkeye said.
yeah, exactly. But it really didn't get too annoying. She's just kind of fangirling a little bit here and there. But other than that, I think I like her. She's good enough.
I think
Um,
she's like the best version of a Flash character. Like it's
which one?
somebody that would no, like in DC, the CW's Flash. If there was like one of those like very like I don't know what the word is, but like that the type of cast that they have, it's like a very like
Clownish, sort of
not clown,
jokey.
it's like a jokey like they want to like get along and like a Cisco kind of like she would be
Yeah.
like a great person that would like work with
She would
Cisco
fit
and
in,
like
yeah,
comedy
yeah. The
wise.
awkward sort of super
Yeah.
or sidekick, awkward sidekick, which is kind of what Cisco was in the Flash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely fit in well with that. Um,
Yeah, if she was in that show in Star Lives, I think she would kill it. But
yeah,
I've never actually seen her in anything live action. Just she's Gwen Stacy in Into the Spider-Verse.
right.
She's the voice of that, and then she's also
Voice
the
of that.
main character of Arcane on Netflix, the new animated
Oh, she
vigilante show.
voices that too.
She's the main character. I just
Wow.
found that
Okay,
out. Yeah,
so she's not new to this superhero, universe, which is cool. I think she
yeah. I mean,
carried
she's done
pretty
Marvel
well
stuff,
in the show.
and yeah, I didn't know honestly that she was in those two roles till I looked it up. But yeah,
I did.
I like her. I'm interested to see more about her. The other cast, it's like Hawkeye has always been like fine for me. He's never been like impressive.
Yeah. Which I think they do well in the show where there's just times where like you could tell that he's kind of the psychic of the Avengers, right?
Hmm.
It's like people in the streets kind of just saying, I know everyone says like Iron Man's their favorite or Captain America's favorite, but you're really my favorite.
Yeah,
That guy is no one's favorite, really, when you think about it.
yeah, probably. I mean, there are some people, but for the most
There,
part,
yeah,
it's Tony or Cap or Thor, Hulk,
yeah,
the main
yeah,
four.
exactly. The main four, yeah. So, I mean, I like the way they did that. I also like the fact that he's going deaf, and I like the scene where they're showing all the explosions he's been a part of.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's like a
It's done
major
well.
trait in comics of like the story that it's based on. I think I've
Yeah,
never read it, I've never known, but it's like known that he's like
he goes deaf.
gone deaf or something.
Yeah, which makes
And
sense. He is a human being.
yeah,
He's not a superhero. He
not a
doesn't have
god.
a suit. He's just a dude.
Yeah, so he did fine. I think Kate did fine. It's just the rest of the cast are
Yeah, that's
okay. They
kind of
have to
like the
impress.
review. Everything was just fine.
Yeah, it's the mom, suspicious, fine.
Yeah, fine.
The creepy stepdad or soon to be stepdad.
Mm.
His mustache, I hate it.
It looks so comical, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it in the comics what it looks like. I looked him up and I was like, all right,
Yeah,
it's pretty accurate.
it hits the mark. All right,
Yeah.
can't blame
Uh,
them for keeping true to the
yeah.
character.
Then
Those
Tracksuit
two things.
Mafia.
Yes, can we talk about those
The
guys?
villain.
Like, what is that?
I don't
What
know.
is
I
that?
don't love it. I don't love the
I
name.
don't love it. I don't like it at all, actually. I think they were funny, but I'm like, all right, you don't have to go the comic route with these. Like it, I don't know. They were like our first introduction to the villains or somewhat of like enemies that they might be battling. There's just a massive joke. And I'm like, okay, I'm not impressed.
I didn't really like that, but
No.
we get to the end where there's the reveal of Echo,
Okay.
the lady that's like
Mm-hmm.
deaf at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and she, I guess, is somewhat important. She's getting her own Disney Plus show.
Okay, but I also don't understand why they were afraid of this little girl. Like, I wish that was explained a little bit more. Maybe it will be later on.
You
These
want
like
it explained?
buff Russian. No, don't do spoilers.
I
I
want
get.
to. I'm gonna spoil it before we get there.
Okay.
It's
Go ahead.
Kingpin's daughter.
Oh yeah. Even then, she's a tiny little thing. I still wouldn't be scared of her, but I guess she
Well,
could go
she's
back to her dad.
Kingpin's like stepdaughter or something. That's the rumor right now.
Okay, all right.
That's the rumor.
Okay. I could see that. They were just so afraid of her, and I'm like, she's a little girl. You could literally like just hold on to her hand, and she couldn't do anything.
Well, so what if she's like a martial arts specialist?
I guess.
Or she's a Black Widow agent?
I wish they showed that though. Like we saw nothing but her face. But like I said, maybe
It
later on.
it seems like she might have been like one of those Black Widows from the past that they were freed,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's also maybe Wilson Fisk's daughter,
Okay, that's a
stepdaughter.
potential theory right now.
I
Okay.
think the Black Widow thing's a potential, and then the adopted daughter of Wilson Fisk is also something. Because I did look her up, and I was like, okay, what do we know about her? And her real dad is casted. There is an actor casted as him for the
In the
show.
show?
Yeah, so I was
Okay.
like, maybe he's just leader, no Wilson Fisk. People want him back so bad after Daredevil, like.
I know. You know how much I love him.
And it's like the thing that the actor himself, like back last year when they were filming, like he liked a bunch of tweets that were like, "Oh, rumors of
Everyone got
Kingpin
super
back,"
hyped.
and then he had to unlike them the next day. It's like,
That's so dumb. Let him be.
I mean, they don't want to spoil it if it was that did spoil it a bit.
Well, yeah, I get. Well, if it looks even fishier if he goes back and unlikes them, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when we saw the Quicksilver from the X-Men appear in WandaVision. That's such a crazy hype moment.
Yeah.
And
That was not
this happening with like Kingpin showing up like episode 4 or 5, it's like, okay, we're doing something cool now.
I
And it's
guess you
like,
can't
is it the
blame them for that.
same actor, different universe, or something like that?
Yeah.
Because there's like these rumors of like they're gonna get him in a green scene suit and make him look like big, like
Bigger, like the
bigger.
comic books.
Yeah, like in the comics. Not as big as like Into the Spider-Verse, but
Yeah. He looked funky and Into the Spider-Verse, but
yeah,
I
he
like.
just looked like a giant brick wall.
Yeah, it was kind of like. I guess it kind of reminded me of like the twins from um Nightmare Before Christmas. They kind of had like not the twins, the mayor. He
Oh
kind of
yeah,
had
yeah, yeah, a little bit.
right. It's like, oh my god, looks silly. But no, I mean,
That's
if
all
that's
rumors.
the
That's
case,
all
then
rumors.
I
That's
don't
all like
think, I don't, yeah, I think it's hyped up. I don't think they're gonna Kingpin, from what I understood from the things you've told me, is a pretty big villain. I don't think they would introduce him in a Hawkeye just because
he's a New York villain. What do you mean?
I know, but like
King of New York.
he's I guess they did it with Daredevil, and Daredevil is not as important as Spider-Man too. So I guess Hawkeye is a good way to go about it.
I mean, it's just the licensing thing. Like, if they had free rights to use all these characters, they'd put
They
Spider-Man
would.
and Daredevil. They would have had him there. They would have Spider-Man showing up in Hawkeye if they're doing these. Ronan was running around in the street. I'm sure they'd have Spider-Man come through. It's like the
Yeah, yeah,
licenses and rights and all this bullshit, but
yeah. All this
um
other mumbo jumbo
um
back.
I mean, it would be cool to see all that, but if it's not, I'm fine seeing. We haven't seen what Echo does, or if she's powerful, if she's not, she's getting her own show, so she better be interesting.
Yeah, agreed. So far, she's just turned around, and we've seen her face, right?
Yeah,
She's scaring these tracksuit mafia guys.
yeah, yeah. Which I mean, they seem
Whatever.
like jokes, so it
Exactly.
doesn't
They don't even
surprise.
seem real, like
Yeah.
villains.
And then I don't know. I saw that like those guys were at the auction and they were stealing some watch. And it's like, what is there an importance to this watch? Is that just
I
Tony
don't
Stark's
know.
watch? He was like a
I
red
think
and gold
it was a
Rolex or something.
black market thing. Like that was the whole point that they were
Was it
showing.
like they're stealing stuff from Iron Man's like vault of things, like Avengers items or something?
They're trying to make money off of it.
Yeah,
That's what I
because
thought, at least. I
it
don't know
made
if
me
there's a
think
bigger
of
plot.
Okay, yeah, it could be. It's like maybe they were after something else. It seemed like they were specifically after the watch and not the Ronin sword and outfit.
Yeah, because she was able to steal that no problem.
Well, yeah. Then it gave me like reminiscent vibes of the Spider-Man Homecoming where the Vulture he like was working and cleaning up after the fight of the Chitauri
Mhm.
army, and he's like, "Oh, we can steal some weapons from here, and like,
Yeah,
well, we can steal our own stuff." So like, I got that similar idea of like, "Oh, the leftovers, Avengers left some shit here. Let's just see if we can steal it and like do other crime." I mean, it's
yeah,
like maybe Tony Stark's watch that one has like some tech in it or something that's like left over.
yeah. That they could like adapt to whatever the hell they want to do or whatever
Yeah.
Echo wants to do, right? Because they all work for her.
Yeah, and it's like how many mobs are out there and how many different tr- people are involved because it seems like the mom is up to no good,
No, definitely not. There's
and
some shit going on there.
then this new husband, her fiance,
Definitely fishy, right?
and the uncle of him
Her mom,
murdered.
yeah, he
And
definitely
like in the first episode, we see like they're fighting, like the uncle and the wife. He's
wife,
already
yeah,
saying like, "Oh, she thinks she's hit the jackpot," and I don't think he has.
right,
It's Kate. And so like they got some problems between those two.
right. I think they're gonna misdirect us and make us think that Jack killed his uncle. And then they
I
make us think it was the mom, and then eventually find out that it's both of them.
think they're working together.
They were working together to get this old man to die because he was supposed to inherit
Money.
his money, and I think the mom is running out now.
Yeah, it could be. And then it's the beginning, like the dad dies. You think he's dead? Kate's dad.
You don't see him die, so I'm always wary and
Season
thinking,
two, he's back.
yeah, they always leave it open for them to come back. So
Okay, I mean, I don't know if there's any like her parents mean anything or they own some kind of security agency. I don't know anything about that.
yeah,
But
yeah. And the lady who plays the mom, what's her
Mhm.
name? Vera.
I don't know.
So
I've never seen.
she was in The Departed, your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio.
She was in
That's
what?
how I know her. The Departed, or yeah, no, not The Departed. Oh God, I'm
Wolf of Wall
blinking.
Street.
No, no, not Wolf
The
of Wall Street.
Departed is Mark Wahlberg.
Department, The Department, right? Is it The Depart? No, Departed. It is The Departed. It's one
That's
of them.
Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, her.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I saw it years ago. It's pretty good. She was in it. That's how I knew about her.
Okay.
Yeah, you looking up? Yeah. So
Oh, right there.
Vera
Vera Farmiga.
Farm
Farmiga.
Farmiga. Farmiga?
Farmiga.
Yeah. So she's like kind of like a pretty high valued actress because she does a lot of like these indie films and she's pretty good at it. She thinks
I don't think
I've
so.
been nominated or
Daisy
won
films, the indie
awards.
film, but yeah, it
You're
seems like she's
nominated,
a
right?
pretty big actress. Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty big. So I'm guessing they're gonna use her well because she
Oh, she's from Clifton.
get out. That's kind of cool.
I don't think I've seen much else with her. Uh, but I'm interested to see what she does. I mean,
I,
she's definitely suspicious, definitely sus everything she's
yeah, I
doing.
think she's gonna be a bigger role than they're letting on. Because this is a pretty good actress.
Yeah.
So that's my prediction. I
You
think
know
this
the
guy is just a distraction.
you think the guy's a distraction, Jack?
The guy that what?
The guy, her fiance Jack, is not a bad guy.
I
Or
don't think he is. I think he's just like a happy idiot. And then she like got him to play along.
okay, what about all these swords he's collected?
Yeah, maybe he's just trying to make money. He's maybe money hungry or something because he obviously never had to work for anything. He's just waiting for his
Uncle the Path.
uncle to die. Yeah, which I know is pretty big motive, but I don't think he'd kill anybody. I don't know. I'm getting Moira vibes from the mom, so I don't know.
Moira who?
Oh, God, Nobody, absolutely nobody. I forget I mentioned it.
You want me to go there?
Go ahead, go there. We
Okay.
haven't. I'm shocked we haven't mentioned it yet.
Okay. I mean, Hawkeye's his DC counterpart is the Green Arrow,
Yeah, go ahead. Your
or
favorite.
he was copied from the Green Arrow.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I don't know. I mean, Kate Bishop is what
She
similar
was
to
like
his sister, and
Thea.
no, not Thea, the other sister.
What other sister?
He has a stepsister that comes in season 6.
Oh, the one he finds out that like because his father was sleeping around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of thinking of. Like, oh, she's Kate, except she's not evil.
Okay. Is she
Um,
evil? I don't. Yeah, I guess she
she's
is.
evil for like half the season, and then she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm your brother. I mean, your brother and sister. Let's get along."
This is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's similarities. I mean, I actually watching the whole way through the first time, I didn't really compare it much. It's like
No.
arrows. The weapons are similar, but like, yeah, there's a suspicious mom, and then she's dating a new husband that she didn't know
Walter.
about, and it's not really Walter I was picturing, but it was more like she's dating Malcolm Merlin. I was
In
picturing that
another
guy as Malcolm
universe.
Merlin.
In a
Um,
universe when Moira and Malcolm Merlin work out, right?
yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, that's as far as the similarities go. I mean, yeah, like
Like you
that's
mentioned,
it.
it's fine. I mean, there was really not much to say because all the big stuff happened in like the first episode, and the second episode was just kind of a drag.
Yeah, I hated the park scene with the lark.
Yeah,
You said it was funny. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was funny.
it wasn't funny. I thought it was just I liked the way the sword was moving, but it just was like a time waster. I'm just like, all right, like let's just get to something to happen.
Yeah, like the whole part that I fell asleep the first time, I was like, I didn't need to see any of that.
No, no.
I mean, it like had small little moments that like some people would appreciate, like when he's fighting that guy and he's like, "Oh, I fought Thanos. I can fight this kid in the park."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, whatever, throwaway line. Like someone will
Yeah.
appreciate it. I
Yeah. I
did
mean, I
like,
got a chuckle out of me, I'm not gonna lie, but
you know,
it had nothing to do with the story. Like, I don't mind the funny, but it just has to have some type of bearing with like the story.
it's like when you have 6 episodes and you're doing that, it's like, all right, you've
Yeah.
really
Like,
got
do you
not
have
much going
anything
on.
going on? I
Yeah.
will say this though, as I'm watching it, it has the most like movie feel to it.
Yeah.
Like it's shot really well. I like it.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm watching a movie when I
Yeah, I
watch
do feel like that. I think
more
it's
so
shot
than
better
any
than
other show.
Falcon too.
Oh yeah, easily, easily. Like I felt like I was watching a Christmas movie at certain points. I felt like I was watching like Rush Hour at certain points. It looked good.
What did you think about the Steve Rogers play musical?
I thought it was kind of funny, but it did waste too much time.
I
Like I
think
didn't get to see the whole damn musical.
they hung out for that long. I thought it was only for like 3 minutes, 3 4 minutes.
Yeah, there was a whole song. Like you see a whole song.
Okay, I tuned out. I turned my headset off like Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I
Um,
like the fact that they're showing like the trauma, like he lost his best friend, like you seeing him go through all of that. But then it's just all masked because he's like back to doing whatever. Like I think his dynamic with his kids was also a little weird in this. Where it's just like, oh, they're going back, and he promised he'll be home for Christmas, and it's just like, what's going on here?
I thought that was
Why
fine
is he
actually. I think
already?
that's
I just it was
like
super.
the
Why
struggle
isn't he
that
with his
happens with
kids?
everyone with the
Why
secret
why
identity
isn't he
thing.
with his kids? What is
Why is
he doing
he?
in New York? Well, I don't get
I
it.
don't know why his
Why is
wife's
he
not
even in
there.
New York in the first
That's
place?
what I was thinking. Why is his wife not there?
Yeah, I thought they were getting a divorce, but then they were saying it's okay, honey, and I'm like, she's still calling him honey, so no. That's what I mean. Like it's not clear cut, and I don't know if they did that on purpose because they're going to reveal later what the hell he was doing in New York. But I didn't understand it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess yeah. He would probably maybe been on some secret mission, and then he's just like, I'll take the kids to Rockefeller and play.
Yeah, but that wasn't explained, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I guess they just needed to show you like episode 1, like, oh, he still has a family and a wife that
Mhm.
he's not full-time superhero. He's just a part-timer.
Yeah, yeah,
I did like that in New York. Like they're like, oh, you have a free dinner or something, the free food or something.
yeah,
And he's kind of like,
yeah,
I don't like
yeah,
the attention, but sure.
yeah.
Um,
He kind of wants to forget that he's Hawkeye.
what did you think about Lucky the pizza dog?
He's so cute. And my favorite part of the whole show with his one little eye. Oh my god, he's so cute.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
I can
just
relate.
okay. I know, right? Half blind.
Half blind.
No, but I like the dog. They should just like make a whole episode on the dog, and I wouldn't want to hear any
They probably
complaints.
will. They probably will make more about the
Good.
dog
I don't care.
because that is the thing from the comics that Kate. I guess Hawkeye has this dog
Yeah,
where he's deaf and he's blind.
he's blind. That's funny. It's really funny. Hey, it's kind of like you and I. I'm deaf. You're blind.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I get to be Hawkeye. I wanted to be Lucky the dog. Darn.
Yeah. I get to be the cool one. You have to be the
I get to be
most.
the cool one. No, I get to be the old fart man.
What's up? What else do they have in this episode?
So you're struggling to even think about it because we don't
Yeah, I
see.
mean the second episode really was like if there wasn't one and they kind of just got to like the end of episode one is where she meets. Actually, no, episode two had the whole thing of when they got to know each other for 20 minutes. Then 20
Yeah,
minutes was the boring part of him in the park.
yeah.
And then like he gets to the downstairs somehow, or he fights the tracksuit people and they kidnap him, and then she finds him
Mhm.
like instantly because her mom owns a tracking company.
I know.
Convenient.
Convenient.
Um, uh, it's like I think the whole second half of the episode is very weak, but I did like them working together.
They do have good chemistry. I'm not gonna lie. I think they like rip off each other pretty well. I do want to see more of them kind of just getting along. Hawkeye needs to like just chill a little bit. I'm like he being too mean to everybody. Like everybody.
He's a grumpy old man. I mean, that's where you compare it to
Yeah.
Arrow, where he's like angry and
Yeah, I
mean,
guess
and
so.
like I've
No,
been
Arrow
watching.
is just self-deprecating where everything is always his fault.
Yeah, Arrow, Hawkeye's thinking the same thing. Of like, I was Ronin, I killed a bunch of these mob people, so they're mad
Yeah,
at
I guess he's
Ronin.
gonna get there
And
too.
then she wore my
Right.
Ronin costume, and they think that she's been killing these people for a while now.
Yeah, so he's protecting her.
Yeah, and it reminds me of like season 5 of Arrow a bit when he has to like take care of the new team, and it's like similarities, but I'm
Yeah.
hoping this is like there's
Same but very
something more
different.
to this where it's like Echo's father or Kingpin or what else is there? Is the end of Black Widow, the post-credit scene, the sister.
Mm-hmm.
When is she showing up in this show?
Yeah. Is she gonna be in this one?
And
Is it
she's
gonna-
casted in the show for sure. Like I
Okay.
think like when you Google Hawkeye, it's like her face comes up as like second person.
Mm-hmm.
So I want like it's like the main lady and then her and then Hawkeye when you Google it, which is interesting. It's like how big is she in the show, or she's that big after Hawkeye, after Black Widow.
She didn't show up for 2 out of the 6 episodes, so I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I just think that she's very famous right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like the Valentina and her, or at least one of them, will show up in this?
Oh, I would like that. I'm watching Seinfeld right now, so I'll be okay with Valentina popping up.
But
I'm like, all right. I'm
how
rooting
much? Do you think
for
it's like a
you
2 minute
everywhere.
scene or something? Or is it like she'll be relevant to the plot?
I think it'll be probably like post credit scenes that they'll probably start doing episode 5 and 6.
Okay.
That's my best guess. I don't think she'll be like a main thing in the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. If we
Tiny,
already have,
they've constrained themselves to this murder mystery almost, I feel like. And the only reason I say that is because there's only 4 more episodes left, and they wasted 2 of this on this guy getting murdered. And we out of the 2, we don't know, right? Who's killed them, right? And then let's say on the 3rd one, they solve that, okay, this person killed Armad. Then they have 3 episodes again to rebuild another story arc. That just feels weird to me. You know what I mean? So my best guess is they're gonna follow through with this who killed Armand story and just keep going with that. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I can see that for sure. Like it's like why add another like layer to this? Only thing I can see
Yeah.
is like who's Echo's working with, and is that her father? And that is her
Yeah.
father working with like
That's
Valentina or
true.
something.
That's true. They
And
could
that's like
add
the only
on to
way.
other stories. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And any other cameos you think will show up in the show?
Hawkeye. I heard somewhere, and I don't know if this is true, but I heard Hawkeye and Black Widow had signed up for something with Disney.
I saw that Black Widow is like
Mm.
what's her Scarlett Johansson is doing something
Yeah, so
Marvel,
I
but
don't know, maybe this is a stretch, but it would be nice to have something with Black Widow. I know is she still fighting the lawsuit, or is
I
that
think they
settled?
settled. They settled.
Okay, but either way, they already filmed this beforehand, right? So maybe she could pop up because their stories are always so intertwined.
I can see it happening. It's just weird that like he wasn't in her movie.
Yeah, that's a good point too. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you're right. It's probably gonna be the sister. Yeah,
who's sister?
I could.
Who's sister?
What's her name? Hawkeye, the Black Widow sister,
Yeah, I
or
would think for
sister
sure he would be
quotations.
showing up, but also I'm not excited for that. That's not really something I'm like getting excited for.
Yeah, she was subpar in them. I mean, we really didn't like the Black Widow movie. So, like, really didn't. It was like
Like if
not.
Shang-Chi could show up, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's too soon. I think it's too soon for him to be like
yeah. I think
popping
it's too
up.
soon.
Be like, all right, I'm in New York now.
Daredevil, maybe.
Daredevil would be cool. I mean, the rumors of Daredevil and Spider-Man, like I can't wait for this movie to be out and just know, and then just like,
No,
all right,
what the heck is going
I don't
on?
need to read any of these garbage things on the internet.
No, because we get too hyped, and it just
Yeah.
would.
Then it's gonna be like, what's hyped for Thor and the other one, That's Strange.
Oh yeah, that's usually how that goes. One ends, another one starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all in all, what was your impression and what do you think about the show going forward? Are you okay with like this Armad guy getting killed being like the main story, or that really just doesn't excite you?
I mean, it has me enough interested. It's definitely got me way more interested than What If.
Oh yeah, easily, easily. I just enjoy watching the show because it's got such a like movie feel to it. I do genuinely feel like I'm watching a Christmas movie, even though it's always just kind of a background. Like you just see the
Yeah.
lights and the trees, and it makes me feel good inside. There's snow falling sometimes in the ground, so I do like that feel, which is it's a good thing that obviously this was all planned out. But like Thanksgiving on to Christmas is when this is releasing. Put me in the festive mood. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I can see it is a background thing. The trailer made it seem like it's the main thing,
It's a main thing, yeah,
but I
yeah,
can see like the later episodes getting to like, all right, we're leading into Christmas, and this
yeah.
is leading up like coming out like every
Yeah.
week in
Well,
December
the
now.
whole other arc of the story is that he needs to make it home by Christmas, which
Or yeah,
obviously reminds you of the song I'll Be Home for Christmas.
yeah.
So that's going to be played sometime during that show, I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the death is fine enough. I'm just more curious of like, is the mom evil or is the dad evil? Are they both evil on the same side or different mobs on opposing sides?
Yeah, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Is that the name of the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
That's
could
and
see
it's
that.
like who's working with who, and it's like maybe the Yelena is like on the mom side, and the dad side is somebody. It's like the Echo people, the
Hmm.
tracksuit mafia. And I don't understand. Are these Lark people also a mob, or is it just like that was just these guys that are faking it in the park?
Oh no, I think they would just, he stole that outfit because he thought it would be good for his like whatever lark festival, whatever the hell they were doing there.
Live action role play.
Yeah, that thing. How do you know
Yeah,
what that is, you
I looked
nerd?
it up. I looked it up.
Oh, you looked. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think he just stole the costume because he thought it looked good.
Do you think that guy will get murdered this season?
Which guy? The one who stole it?
Yeah.
I don't think he's that important.
Okay.
But they did
I was
mention
wondering.
him by name. They did mention him by name, since he is definitely going to come back in some form or another.
Okay. One other crazy theory I saw was the news reporter in this show, whenever they went to the news and was like, oh, Ronan appeared, whenever such and such after a few years and something. That guy is the same reporter that was on the news that revealed Spider-Man in Far From
Get
Home at
out.
the end.
Get out.
And then he's like, he revealed the thing of like, oh, Peter Spider-Man revealed as Peter Parker. Then before that, he was in Daredevil and the Defenders as a news anchor.
Okay.
So
there's some connection with
it's
that guy.
that's the one connection that people are like, oh, it's the same news actor.
But they're hinting. Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
And he's also a real news actor in real life too. So.
Oh, okay. So maybe they just like him being
yeah, maybe.
That could just be the case. But I'm hoping it's the former rather than the latter.
Yeah, it would be cool to see if that's like the one connection they gave between the two, like
the reporter
universes. Yeah, the reporter. I think people are reaching there like, all right, we just need some guy who knows how to do some quick 5-minute green screen
news
news reading.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Well, I'd love to see that being the case, but it could be a reach. Actually, it can't. It's a very interesting coincidence that they got this reporter to read news for everything.
Like 3 times in the last
3 times.
5 10
They couldn't find any other actor to do it. Why this guy? Yeah, okay. I could see where the internet's going with that one.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I'll be happy to see the Kingpin.
That's gotta be the most ballerest way to like prove that everything is connected. I'd love that. Holy crap.
It's crazy how many people just write, like their whole job is to write news articles for these bullshit blogs and be like,
hey, got you.
Hey, got me. I read all this bullshit, but they're writing stuff all day. Like like Spider-Man trailer came out 2 weeks ago, and they're like going through frame by frame, like looking at everything. Like, oh my god, they like screwed up the editing in the Brazil trailer versus the US trailer, and you can see that the lizard was punched in the Brazil trailer but not in the US trailer, so that clearly means Andrew Garfield's that. It's like, fuck, man,
that's so much work. Get a life.
That's a lot of work.
Actually, no, that's
but that was like a cool thing.
A lot of patience, and
it's a lot of hard work. It's like seems like
a lot of research. Then I go back to you nerds.
Well, it's like the one guy did the research. Everyone else is just like reposting.
Copying him.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like that one guy found this thing about this news reporter, and like I saw 10 TikToks about it.
One guy doesn't work, everywhere else takes the credit.
Exactly.
It's the internet for you, but I do think it's interesting that there's all these theories floating around for everything.
Yeah.
It's just funny that most of the times they don't work out for anyone. No. So I'm not getting my hopes up. So far, this is a fine show. I'll continue watching it because there's nothing else to watch really, and I really do like Christmas feelings.
Okay. We will continue to review this next week when episode 3 comes out.
Talk to you guys then.
All right. Thank you.